Hello guys, welcome to Moksha's Method. Today we are going to be understanding word problems. Yay! This is a third grade skill, so if you do not know this, or if you're in third grade and you need help, this video is just for you. So what are word problems? Word problems are mathematical problems, oh my god, presented in the form of a story or a scenario. They require students to apply their understanding of mathematical concepts to real life situations. So basically, let's say I said like 7 plus 7 equals 14. That makes sense, right? Or if you want to find what 7 plus 7 is. But with word problems, it's a few sentences like something, 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 7, something, something. Like, it's just so much longer. You have to think more. Like, it can be like this long, and the problem could just be this. So these are kind of difficult to like teach, but I can do it. So yeah. So there are 5 steps to solving word problems. Number 1, read the problem carefully. You have to understand the given information and what needs to be solved. Number 2, identify the key information. That's by highlighting or circling or whatever. Determine what facts and numbers are provided in the problem. So let's say in the problem there's numbers 5 and 13. In your problem, you shouldn't have 17 and 33 because I wouldn't understand how you would get that. Number 3, choose the correct operation. Operation just means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or any type of thing that will change a number. Number 4, really big one, guys, solve the problem. You need to solve that problem. If you don't, you wouldn't even get a point for it. And always after you answer, try, if you want to, but I highly recommend you do, check your answer. Make sure that you didn't mess up a number or a operation symbol, and try and verify that it just makes sense in the problem. If it doesn't, try and find where the problem is. Alright, there are different types of word problems. I'm going to speed run through these. Addition, subtraction, just means you add or take away quantities. Quantities mean numbers. Multiplication and divisions, these are just problems that use multiplication and division to solve it. This one we're not going to do, but it's still a big one. It's fraction and decimals. These are problems dealing with parts of a whole or parts of a set. So like half of something, 2.5 of something. Next up, measurement. These are problems relating to, well, any type of measurement, where it's like length, weight, time, height, anything. Just any type of measurement thing. And another one is money. These are just problems involving calculations for currency, finances. A big one is debt. Still need to pay that off. Okay. Here are some tips that I would say use. Turn it all into math. It just makes it 10 times more easier. Just trust me, do this one. Just turn it all into math. But if you don't want to turn it into math and math just symbols make it hard for you, just draw it. Just use visuals. Just draw diagrams or models to help you understand the problem. Uh, Very big thing, like the only reason how you can solve word problems, look for keywords. These just mean like sum. We know that sum means addition. We know difference means subtraction, product means multiplying, quotient means dividing. And another big one, guys, shocker, practice. When you practice, it can build proficiency in that thing and also confidence in that thing. So everything will just be easier for you overall. So before I start teaching you, well, I am teaching you. We have an example question. Let's say I have 12 not 12, 10 apples, and I eat 2 of them. How many do I have left? So I have 10 apples here. Let's say I eat 2 of them. Well, how many are left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now was an easy sentence. It was just one. Some sentences will have multiple steps to it. This one is just easy. You just subtract 10 from 2. Wait, 2 from 10. Yeah. And the answer should be 8. if you can count. Hopefully you can. If you can't, go to like a first grade lesson or something, or a pre-K lesson. All right, here's your first question. Kyle runs 2 miles a day. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight this. And he runs 6 days every 6 days for a week. How many miles does Kyle run in a week? I'm going to wait. All right, so we have 2 miles. This counts as one day. And then we keep on doing that until we have 6 of these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? And now, if we count these, since we just counted 6 here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The answer should be 12. There we go. All right, another question for you guys. Goma has 10 dog bones and gives each of her dogs 2 bones. How many dogs does Goma have? All right, so I'm a visual person. So I have 10 dog bones. And we split every single dog bones up into groups of 2. So there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now we have to find out how many groups there are. So there's 1 right here, there's 2 right here, there's 3 right here, there's 4 right here, and there's 5 right here. So the answer should be 5. If you didn't get that, try and learn division. I'm not good at explaining division. Division's like the harder one. And multiplication. Question 3. Jason has borrowed a book from the library 3 times a week. Just have to highlight it for 4 weeks. That's also a big thing. To find out how many books Jason has borrowed, which number sentence would you use? I hope you guys pause and try to figure it out. All right. So, it can't be, well, first of all, let's get rid of the most obvious ones. It can't be D. That would be, because you can't, if you did 3 minus 4, you would have -1. And you can't have -1 book. Next up, you can't divide. 3 divided by 4, that's 0.75. You can't have 0.75 of a book. That's not possible. Now, look here. It says 3 times a week for 4 weeks. This word right here, 4 and times, that means we're doing multiplication. So that means we're multiplying 3 times a week by 4. 3 times 4, if you don't know what that is, you can count on your fingers. 3, 4, 6, 9, 12. It should be 12. But we're not finding this, we're just finding this. So it can't be A either, since we just found out what it is. Also, guys, you guys might be confused on what this dot is. This is the same as this. I just didn't want to write an X, because X's take a little bit longer. So the answer should be C, and let's see if the guy who wrote this actually got it right. He got it right, let's go. All right, question 4. Wendy could fit 12 cookies on a cookie tray and put it in the oven. She has baked 3 trays of cookies altogether. How many cookies did Wendy make? I'm going to wait for you guys to get the answer. All right. So first of all, it obviously can't be anything less than 12 because, well, that's like the minimum for, that's like the max for a tray. So it can't be C. It obviously can't be. So look here, guys. 1T, just I don't want to write tray, so just keep looking at the T, okay? Think T as tray. 1 tray has 12 cookies, okay? But we need to turn that into 3 trays, right? Say yes, because we need to find out how many cookies she made, so we need to find out how much. So, what times 1 equals 3? If you guess multiplied, if you said times 3, you're right. So 1 times 3 is, well, 3. Since we did it on this side, we have to do it on the other, because that's like the rule of life. Do it on one side and you must do it to the other. 12 times 3, the answer is 36. So you can have 36 cookies in 3 trays. Question 5. The teacher has 12 apples. If each student gets 3 apples, how many students are there? I'm going to wait for you guys to find out the answer, and you can unpause to see if you were correct or not. All right. So first off, it has to. We're going, since it says the word each. This is like the big word right here. Each. Each means divide. We can't do 3 divided by 12 because that would give us a decimal, and we can't have point something of a person. It has to be whole number, so this is crossed out. So 12 divided by 3. Another way to do division is like 3 times what equals 12. Now we can count our fingers with using the 3 multiplications table. 3, 6, 9, 12. If you count correctly, you should have 4 fingers up. So the answer has to be 4. And if you do this correctly, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Boom. All right. We have a little bit more left, but trust me, guys, it's almost over. Tyrone planted 35 flowers in his garden. There are 5 flowers in each row. To find out how many plants are in each row, which number sense do you use? I'm going to wait 5 seconds, and I'll see if you guys get it right. All right. So first off, one thing we got to do is highlight 35 flowers. The number has to still equal, well, if you did the math correctly, you can reverse operate it, and it can equal 35. So there's 35 flowers, and there are 5 flowers in each row. So first off, it can't be D or C, because that would equal 40 plants in each row and 30 plants in each row, which wouldn't make sense because C, for example, we don't have 40 flowers. We only have 35, so it can't be C. And D, it can't be 30 because it's not 35. You can add back plus 5, but in each row, one row would have 30, and the other 4 would have 1 flower each, which wouldn't be even, so it can't be D. This is also a big one. B. 35 times 5? That's like 35 times 5 is like 175. We don't even have 175. We're nowhere near it. We're only at 35, so it can't be this. It has to be A. 35 divided by 5. 35 divided by 5 equals 7. And you'll probably be asking, how does that make sense? Well, let's say 7 times 5, like this right here, 7 times 5. So what does 7 times 5 equal? 35, which is the total of how many flowers we have. So the answer has to be A. All right, question 7. Marcus loves coins. He found 3 coins a day for 5 days. How many more coins did Marcus find? You already know the drill. I'm going to wait. And now, okay? First of all, can't be less than 3. It obviously can't be, unless he never collected coins. But he did. He found 3 coins every day. So it can't be 2, since that's less than 3. All right. He found 3 coins. All right? This might be weird. Don't mind that 3. That was a terrible 3. That's 3 coins every single day. So every 3 coins equals 1 day. Okay? D is for days. I don't want to write days all over. And it says 5 days. So what times 1 is 5? If you guessed 5, you were correct. So now we found out, now we got how many days we need. We need to find out how many coins he got after those many days. Since we multiplied 5 on the day side, we have to do it on the other side of the coins. So 3 times 5 is 15. So that means he has found 15 coins in 5 days. Honestly, not a lot. And also B and D, I just made those like impossible to get. Well, I made all of these 3 impossible to get because dividing is something you should know as a 3rd grader. If you don't, you need to learn, okay? All right, question 8. I think this is the final one. Maybe not. Vicky's birthday cake was cut up into 20 pieces. It was cut up. That means if it was cut up, it was sliced. Slice can also mean division. It was cut up into 20 pieces, and everyone got at least 2 pieces of cake. So how many people were at the birthday party? Well, since we know there was 20 pieces and everyone got 2 pieces of cake, and we now know we have to do division, 20 divided by 2 is, that's right, 10. So the answer has to be 10. All right, here's an easy one for you guys to do. Sandy saves $10 each week for 10 weeks. Find out how many Sandy has. What operation/expression do we use? All right. First of all, it can't be less than $10 since if it was less than $10, that would be she never saved. And it can't be less than 10 because that's like the bare minimum. 10 divided by 10, that's just 1. 1 is less than 10, so it can't be A. 10 plus 10, that would make sense either way if it was multiplication or addition, because it would be 10 times 2 and 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 and 10 plus 10 and 10 times 2 are the same. But since we're not finding 2 weeks, we're finding 10, this can't be possible. So this is 2 weeks. So, and 2 is still less than 10, so it can't be this. 10 minus 10, that's the very bad one. If it was $0, she saved $0 a week for 0 weeks. She saved money. It can't be less than 10. So by default, it has to be B. But if I saved $10 each is a big word. That means multiply by 10. So this is $10 times 10 weeks. That's $100. Oh, wait, no, that's a very bad 100. That's $100 per week. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does, because I am not re-explaining that. But yeah. See, it was right. All right, question 10. My little sister gets about 8 hours of sleep every day for 7 days straight. Underline stuff, guys. Remember? 8 hours of sleep every day for 7 days straight. How many hours does my little sister sleep? So, let's see. We have 8 hours. We have 7 days. So it probably has to do with those two. 8 and 7. So if anything is less than that, it probably cannot be possible. Unless if it's 7 divided by 8, but it's not division because we're not seeing, we already know how many sleep she gets every single day. Another big word for this is every single day. It means multiplication. Well, it's 8 hours of sleep every day. So that means we multiply. So 8 times 7. If you don't know, you can use your fingers. 8. Well, you can't use your fingers. You wouldn't have enough. But the answer is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. It can't be C since that's less than both of these numbers. 8. If you did 8 plus 7, that means you slept for 15 hours a week. That's really bad, but also not correct. And then 48, you did your math wrong, and you replaced the 7 with a 6. And 8 times 6 is 48, but that's not it. We're doing 7. So the answer is 56. Boom. All right. Do you understand everything so far? This was for a class thing, but if you do understand it, type 1 or just say I don't understand it in the comments. If you said no, I'll try and get better, and I might take down this video. All right. There's no quiz because that's for my class, but that's about it. Thank you guys for watching my tutorial. This is my first video, and I thought I did okay-ish, and I hope you all have a good day. Now you know how to do this.